Lithuania is a small and unique country situated between Poland and Latvia, and it's in northern Europe on the banks of Baltic Sea, washed by golden amber. It is a land of forests, lakes and rivers where ancient traditions harmoniously coexist with modern life. Lithuania territory covers 65,300 square kilometers, and it's 370 kilometers long and 270 kilometers wide. Although it has only 3 million inhabitants, Lithuania nurtures a deep interest in Indian philosophy, yoga and Ayurveda. Within the context, the Bhagavad Gita holds a very special place, and there are few reasons for this connection. So, Lithuanian language is one of the oldest living languages in the world, and it belongs to Indo-European language family, and among all European languages it's considered closest to the Sanskrit. Both languages share an astonishing number of similarities in vocabulary and grammar, and already in the 19th century, linguistic research revealed many lexical correspondences between Lithuanian and Sanskrit, proving their kinship and great significance for Indo-European linguistics. So before Christianity, the prevailing religion in Lithuania was ancient pagan Baltic faith. For those times, traditional Lithuanian polyphonic songs called sutartinės have survived. They are performed rhythmically, and several voices simultaneously sung and sound very similar to Indian mantras, reflecting a shared spiritual heritage. Both mantras and sutartinės express spiritual and ritual meanings, pointing to profound cultural connections between Lithuania and India. During Soviet occupation of Lithuania from 1940 to 1990, religious literature was forbidden altogether. So in modern Lithuania, however, there is a surprisingly strong interest in Eastern philosophy, the pursuit of well-being and spiritual practices. Hundreds of yoga centers operate in Lithuanian cities and towns, offering asana classes, meditation sessions, yoga retreats that often includes discussions on the philosophy of the Bhagavad Gita. Ayurveda, the ancient Vedic science of health, is also very popular in Lithuania. People apply Ayurvedic healing methods and diets in their daily lives, practice oil massages and purchase Ayurvedic products online or from wellness centers like Shanti Satvika, etc. The Ayurveda Academy has been active in Lithuania for over 25 years. Besides Ayurveda, its students study yoga practices and Vedic knowledge. While teaching Vedic philosophy, the Bhagavad Gita is used as a key text. Its origin, essence, topic, storyline, and philosophy are presented in depth. Students learn about social and spiritual structure of society, varnashram, the modes of material nature, gunas, the action-reaction, karma, reincarnation, and similar other Vedic truths. Those who come to the academy for Ayurveda studies often become equally fascinated by the Bhagavad Gita as well. So for the last 20 years, the academy has been celebrating the Bhagavad Gita Jayanti, the anniversary of the Gita's appearance. During this festival, under the guidance of Vedic philosophers, the entire Bhagavad Gita is read aloud, one verse per participant. For 2 decades, the Academy has also organized student study tours to India to experience the Bhagavad Gita in its original setting. Over this time, more than 1,000 people have learned about the Gita through the Academy's programs, and Bhagavad Gita is also taught and distributed in numerous Vedic culture centers, temples throughout Lithuania, and there are several dozen of them across the country. Lithuania is one of the few European countries that has many as many 7 Lithuanian translations of the Bhagavad Gita. Like 1931, Lithuanian traveler and Indologist Antanas Poška, an honorary doctor of the University of Calcutta, made the first translation of Bhagavad Gita from Sanskrit into Lithuanian, and unfortunately it was never published. But in 1947, the renowned Lithuanian philosopher Vidunas translated and published the Gita in Sanskrit, and he considered the Gita to be his life's guidebook and refined his translation through 5 versions. Vidunas compared the wisdom of India's Aryans with Baltic traditions and stated that both emphasize inner moral struggle, self-knowledge and self-realization. A few original copies of his Gita are still preserved in Lithuanian libraries. In 1990, the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, ISKCON, published a Lithuanian translation with commentaries from English, reprinting it several times later. In 1999, poet and translator Bukantas rendered the Bhagavad Gita into Lithuanian in verse form. Then, in 2010, translator T. Juravičius published Bhagavad Gita, A Westerner's Guide, translated from English, so commentary by J. Hawley presented the Gita's teachings in a modern and practical way for Westerner readers. And in 2025, a new Lithuanian edition of the Bhagavad Gita translated directly from Sanskrit by Satyanarayan Das Babaji was released, featuring chapter summaries and commentary, where the translators are Rimantas and Rimasamukai. In Lithuania, the Bhagavad Gita has become not only a religious scripture but also a philosophical and moral foundation. Its teachings on duty, inner peace, and the eternal nature of the soul resonate deeply with Lithuanian people who have endured dramatic historical transformations.